That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
What he seeks to do is to bring attention to some of the ills or some of the problems that we have. And even though it's often very spicy, I was telling him that he could add some ketchup on the side.
Oh, you should add some ketchup. It's too hot for you, eh?
Too hot.
I don't get surprised when people criticize you. But I think you are doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
And don't at all think about what people will say. Continue with the objective work that you are doing. And definitely it will help this nation. Because you are not doing it for yourself. But what Ghanaians cannot say is what you are saying.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnnie can give you.
No.
You no get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, you no get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanallahu wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Assalamu alaikum. Last week was not too good for me. I was not too well. I asked for your prayers and support, and I got a lot of it. I'm grateful. It's still so and so, but we will survive. And somebody told me that they have sent the angel of death to be my guardian angel, the most wicked of them all, so that if you cross, you will be crossed. We know no other oracle. We know only God, and we stay with him. Now, I've gotten wind that the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, there's promotion going to be done. And I've mentioned that I detest the whole conversation about people who are new entrants, who are promoted above their seniors. I detest it. I detest it to the barest minimum. And that is why when I spoke about the immigration service, I said, juniors are being promoted above seniors. People thought that I was targeting an individual. Instead of protecting the sanctity of the system, they are busy writing editorials targeted at an individual who is trying to let the system work. When we said, fix the country, we told you that the system was faulty. They say, fix yourself. Today we are seeing that the system is faulty. Hashtag let the retirees go. I'm back. I'm digging some more. I'm finding out. And he showed me that photo of a 2-year contract appointing a 65-year-old as the executive secretary of the National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons. 65. The Constitution grants up to 5 years. 65. Now, this was it. It's dated the 9th of June, 2022. It says, dear Madam, the name, I can't see the handwriting. 2-year contract as Executive Secretary of the National Commission on Small Arms and Weapons, Light Weapons. Further to a letter dated the 18th of March 2022, I'm pleased to inform you that the President has granted you a 2-year contract of service as Executive Secretary of the National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons. Your appointment is effective on the 18th of March 2022 to 17th of March 2024. I take this opportunity to congratulate you once again on your appointment. Please accept the President's best wishes. This is Nana Bidie to Asante Secretary to the President. Now, activate the other ones for me, please. Very quickly. Activate them. Today, there's a lot of heat. We have to drop the heat for them. Activate it for me. Quickly. Not this one. Not this one. We'll come to this one. Activate this one for me. Now, this is what I read to you is related to this one. Okay? 26th of May, 2022. What does the letter say? Reappointment as Executive Secretary of the National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons. Please refer to your letter number GNC/PSC/020/SA dated 13th of May 2022 on the above mentioned subject. 2. A commission has reviewed your request alongside Article 199 clause 4 of the 1992 Constitutional Amendment and noted that Mrs. Azatu Afi Yakubu is above 65 years. 3, you are kindly requested to review and advise the commission on further action. Thank you for your cooperation. This is it. So now the commission is telling you that the person is gone past 65 years. The presidency and the government that told young people that the payroll is choked, we can't get you. They are interested in bringing old people to be there. Question. After the appointment of this fine woman who has served the country, the Public Service Commission, by law, was supposed to have interviewed her, correct? And regularized the appointment. But was that possible? Was that done? Because if this letter says she's gone past 65, so the advice should come. Why didn't the presidency wait for the processes to be done and went ahead straight to give a 2-year contract? I'm asking a simple question. Why didn't the presidency say, let the retirees go? And I have a lot of it. I've entered the judicial service very soon. Let the retirees go. Let young people get a chance to work, because it's so embarrassing that you have gone to the university, you have gone to the polytechnic, you have a degree, you have a diploma, you have an HND, you have whatever it is, and you can't find work to do in your own country. And you see old people, it takes them 10 minutes to walk from one side of the office to the other side just to open a door, and they are still there. When we were growing up, our parents used to leave us with our grandmothers and grandfathers. They didn't wake up us at 3 a.m. to bath for us, to rush us to work, to go and leave us at the entrance of the school in the hands of a security person. They knew about stranger danger. Today, children are waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Young people, children, 6 months, they are already in school. Why? Then we are worried that the children are not socializing. They are all on their tablets. They are not friendly. If we had the grandmothers and grandfathers at home playing with their grandchildren, we will have a lot more young people employed, and they will be taking care of the home and not be a burden onto you. So hashtag let the retirees go. If you're a young person, join the hashtag now. Danny, let's go to GTech, their letter. Signed by my own big brother and good friend, Dr. Jinapo. They wrote a letter. Now, this letter is dated, and then Danny, let's stay with this one. Let's stay with this one. Financial clearance. You remember this? That it says that government has, paragraph 3, with immediate effect suspended the granting of approval for post-retirement contract appointments, except in cases where the skills of retiring officer are in short supply and unavoidably needed. When you employ 65-year-olds, 68-year-olds, 63-year-olds, people who have served already, gone past 60, are you suggesting to me that those old people, I don't have a problem with old people consulting or being board chairman from afar. But where they are in the fray, struggling with young people over jobs, there's a problem. The government told us that because of the initiatives they have put in place, we will get to a point where young people will be imported into the country to come and work here. Where are the jobs? They told us that the payroll is choked. I'm demonstrating to you, and I've done this for more than a month, demonstrating to you that the payroll is indeed not choked. The payroll is choked with old people who are due for retirement who don't want to go. Some have retired up to April, since April. They are still there lurking around and lobbying. Danny, take me to GTech's letter. And I'll ask my good friend, Dr. Jinapo, whether or not the letter that they wrote in 2019 is taken by it. I know that they are on a school store now, and they are accusing some of the people that they are leaking letters to the press. Of course, they would, because you wrote this in 2021. I will put the 2091, but this is your letter. It says, circular on post-retirement contracts and related appointments. The Ghana Tertiary Education Commission has noted with concern the increasing appointment of post-retirement contract staff into various offices in public-funded higher education institutions. The Commission reiterates the previous directive to all higher educational institutional leaders that prior to the appointment of persons or retirement into any role of office, the institution is required to obtain the explicit permission of the Commission to re-engage a retired person into their workforce. The institution is required to submit relevant justifications necessitating the re-engagement of the persons to inform the GTech's decision. Further, the PFHEIs are to note that persons who are re-engaged after retirement subject to permission cannot be assigned position-holding roles. nor draw allowances due a person still in active service. The Integrated Personnel Payroll Department and Budget Department of the Commission is by a copy of this letter directed not to process the emoluments of any post-retired staff without the requisite evidence after August 1, 2021. We count on your cooperation, Dr. Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi, Deputy Director GTEC, and the distribution is there to all of them. Question I ask is, has the GTEC stuck to its own letter? The dictates, this one. And if you don't let the retirees go, I'll start mentioning their names, Vice Chancellor after Vice Chancellor. Let them go. Let the young people grow. There are people, some of you have had jobs because some had to go. I said if Mr. Kofi Nti had not gone, Amish Shaddai would not have come to have become a Commissioner General of Customs. Why is he still there after his age? If Opon Buenu had not gone, Dampare would not have come. So somebody had to go for somebody else to come. Some of you have become so greedy, you are holding on to what your children and your grandchildren must be eating. And I've told you, I will keep mentioning the names. The education service now, they are doing very well. Most of them, they are going. They are even doing flyers to announce that finally we are going. This week we'll go to another one. So I am on it. I said, let the retirees go. If you don't let them go, I started gathering since February. I finished the gathering. So let them go, I beg you, so that young people can have jobs to do. Now let's go to the immigration service. I've seen that you're writing too many editorials. You started with Daily Guide, went to Chronicle, now you tried Ghanaian Times. I'm waiting for your next one. And I will not stop. You know why? I know that you beat up our reporter, Joseph Armstrong. Oh, yes, you beat him up. You granted permission that he should come into your premises, and then later there was a call that he should not be allowed, and he was beaten at the Immigration Service headquarters. Yes, you beat him up. Oh, I know, you beat him up, and you made calls clandestinely behind to beg. When we talk about issues, stick to the issues. Bring counterfacts. Don't beat people, because security is here. It's not here. If security had been here, Aisha One would not have embarrassed the Immigration Service the way it has. The Immigration Service has been embarrassed. When they say you are the second most corrupt institution in the country, you say no. Now let's go back. Let's go to your rejoinder. You claim in your rejoinder that the ownership of the Ghana Immigration Service Clinic is owned by the Immigration Service. So I'm asking, why is it that the clinic belongs to the Immigration Service, and yet St. John's Facility Hospital has to pay rent to the Ghana Immigration Service for the usage of the spaces at the Immigration Service headquarters? If the thing belongs to you, why are you paying rent to yourself? That's my first question. Number two, why is it that in the case of revenue generated from the clinic is not lodged into the Prudential Bank, which is your official bank that receives all Ghana Immigration Service monies and fees, but it is taken away in hard cash? Revenue is leaking. Warako Faba. All the nurses and lab technicians assigned to the clinic are trained officers of the Ghana Immigration Service, paid from the consolidated fund. Why should they be made to work for a clinic whose owners are supposed to be private or individual? I'm asking you, but you say we should ask questions. I'm asking you. And you have a backlog of 51 or so questions that I asked you. I've not answered. You picked and chose. Now, did I hear you write and say that on medical allowance, that the rejoinder claims that the Ghana Immigration Service agreement with some regional government hospitals to treat officers on those in those regions and submit their bills for payment? Blatant lie. I'm challenging you today. Just name two of those regional hospitals. Two of those regional hospitals. In any case, why should a facility that all officers are entitled to be limited to some? And for those in Accra, why? I'm challenging you, name two. You claim that in your rejoinder, the medical allowance which you yourselves benefited, Mr. Techi, Amwakwata, all the people, you benefited from it before. Now, you are telling us that you suspended it because the service was expanding and that the continuous giving of these allowances were becoming a burden on the Ghana Immigration Service payroll. So question is, are you saying that your number of staff strength is more than that of the police, the military, the fire service, prisons, are you larger than them? Because they pay. They are able to pay theirs. So why can't you pay us? And these are officers. I say security cannot be politicized. Because the moment you politicize, our borders are already porous. You are talking about see something, say something. Or you have not heard. Let's talk about promotions. Is it true that most of the officers who work at the Commissioner General Secretariat, who already get 20% of their basic salary every month, have had 3 promotions within 5 years? The reign of Mr. Siatichi, contrary to the GIS policy on promotions. And you have a law to justify the LI. Is it true? Deny that Mr. Kwesi Amwating Ening was DSI when Techi was reinstated, but has been promoted, 3 promotions, and is now ACI. Deny to me. Same with Emmanuel Eno Ashley, Isaac Gansa. They are all ACIs now. And even your dispatch rider, I told you, you didn't respond to that. Somebody who rides a motor in front of you is now an ASI. Within 5 years, you have promoted them. And their mates who were, their intake mates, will have 12 years to catch up with them. You think that you're not creating disaffection among your officers. Is it true or false? I'm asking you. Is it true that while this glaring selective promotion was being done, some officers who were 2 years on the ACI rank and some 2 years on the DCOI ranks have within the same 5 years under you, your watch, continue to remain on those same ranks? Is it true? I said 2 weeks ago you did promotion on a Friday. Why was there selective promotion? I'm asking you. The president has found it worthy to give you 2 years contract. I'm not insulting you now. I'm questioning you. Because you are a servant now to us. So we must question you because we pay for your whatever. We pay for your food. We pay for your bodyguards. We pay for your uniform. We pay for your food. We pay for your shelter. We'll ask you questions. Is it true that some of those that were promoted from ACI to DCOI have never even supervised a sector, let alone a region, and yet officers such as those who have had 12 years, 8 years of experience as regional commanders have now been brought down to sector commanders? Is it true? I'm asking you, is it true? And that in a regimented space, you don't promote juniors above seniors, and that you count on their experience. Is it true? I'm asking you, is it true? I want you to write another rejoinder. I'm asking you, I'm adding on to your questions. Now, in that rejoinder, you claim that transfers are not punishments. Agreed. But when you transfer people to some of the sectors, experience officers to some of the sectors that only exist on paper, there's a question. Is it true that some of the sectors that you transfer people to, even ACIs, they do not exist? And last week I played the radio thing. No, it was not last week, just 2 days ago. There are no offices. There are no residencies. There's no office accommodation. Zero logistics. No officers have been posted to work there. And you post people to go and work there. Are they machines? Will they work alone? Can you tell us the location and existence of an Adenta sector office or Chifoprafu office? Can you tell us? Adenta sector or Chifoprafu office. Can you show us where it is? Because you promoted people there. Where are the offices? Has there been an office, ever been an office or personnel at those places or sectors that you mentioned? So you are aware that for 2 months now, those officers that you posted to those non-existent sectors are at home. They are collecting our monies. They have not worked. And you say you are joining the president to find us money, and so we will not go to IMF to go and beg and pressure the people with e-levy. Why would you do such a thing? Is it a result of arrogance or vindictiveness or stubbornness, whatever it is? Why would you do that? And you see, the pain of the officers is not that this is a civilian doing it. It's another uniformed person doing it to them. If a politician does it, we'll say, well, they don't know, that's why they are doing. I put it to you that you are insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians with those bogus rejoinders that you do. That when you say there's no tension in the Ghana Immigration Service. Kweku Baku wrote in February, I showed you that there's tension. If you got it wrong, I got it wrong. But so far my information says I didn't get it wrong. And I say your own officers. How come the head of a crucial agency like Immigration Service, you can be so dissatisfied with less persons than 4 of your own regional commanders. Demote and humiliate them, and then promote them, promote their genius above them. And you say there's no tension? Me, I said, my father wore a uniform. I showed you my National Cadet Corps ID card. I'm a captain of the National Cadet Corps. Talk to me about regimental spaces. How many questions have I? I've even lost count. I've lost count. The sector ministry and the sector minister must wake up. Lawyer Bruce, good morning to you. Wake up. All is not well. All is not well. Wake up. And you saw the guys in Boku, they were asking for security to be beefed up. The MC himself asking for security to be beefed up. The people who beef up the border security are the immigration service. And those are their colleagues at customs and national security. And you see, you quote with a lot of power the LI 2245, the immigration service. You quote it at your convenience. You pick and choose. I asked you, some of those who were promoted, the man who's called Doku, who you called his name, you said Duku, your own officer, you don't know his name. Did he go through the interviews? When he sued you, you quote to me the law. When I ask you same questions from the law, then you run away. I'm asking you. I'm just asking a question. So you have people in certain places, they are chief superintendents, they are backing instructions to their superiors, ASI and DCOIs. What does the same law say about persons you have surrounded yourself with? Regulation 7 of that same law says specific departments must be headed by commissioners. You put chief superintendents there, you ask them to be writing rejoinders. Human Resource Department, Commissioner. HR, Commissioner. PPMED, Border Patrol, Commissioner. They must be at the HQ. So I'm presenting today's bites for officers lower than the ranks that they have been promoted to. I'm asking you questions. Is it true that with all the noise about protecting our borders, the current Border Patrol Department is being headed by a chief superintendent? I'm asking you, contrary to Regulation 7 of the same LI 2245 that you've been quoting at your convenience. So you see the mischief, the vindictiveness. Let me close with this one. Now, important issue of fake receipt issuance. There's a syndicate that you know about, causing huge revenue leakage to us. And if the presidency is minded, they would have revoked your appointment and extension. Because they are looking for money. You are leaking money. Aisha One has exposed in any serious country would have gone. Let us know that those syndicates, we are aware, we know. There's an individual who was caught for issuing fake receipts, was brought before the management. You interviewed him. He confessed that he had committed it. You transferred him. He's in Alarigu. You transferred him. He's in Alarigu. Why has he not been punished? I said there was an officer who gave his uniform to somebody to impersonate as an immigration officer at the passport office, was caught by a former director, and he also came to confess. Where is that officer? Is it the one you promoted twice in a day? The rot that is happening, when they say you are the second most corrupt, you say no. I told you not to cross the line. Tomorrow I'll ask you 40 more questions. You will answer all. Good morning.
If you're yet to register your business, then you are in luck.